Hello everyone, it has been quite a long minute since I uploaded a video and I wanted to get one out earlier. However, I got the virus and I'm sure you all know which virus I'm talking about, and it really did suck for a little bit, but luckily I didn't get it too bad. But I'm all better now and I really want to make videos for you guys, and I don't have to worry about that virus anymore because
I deleted the virus!
and I'm thankful that it's just over with. And I'm actually curious, how long has it been since I uploaded a video? Let's go ahead and open up Google here, and we got a little campaigning there, but I want to go to YouTube, and then I want to go over to my, why is it taking long to load?
One pair of pants later.
Okay, it barely loaded in, but there it is, December 2nd. That is the last time I uploaded a video, and I apologize to anyone who was waiting for me to upload a video, but quite a lot I feel like has happened since I last uploaded within the Call of Duty scene in regards to Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer and Warzone 2, and since then we got Season 1 Reloaded, which gave us Shipment, which is pretty nice. We also have Shoot House, which I guess I haven't really talked about either. So we have those two maps in multiplayer. Building 21 actually just came out today at the time of recording this video. It didn't come out at the launch of Season 1 Reloaded, but it came out a little bit later, and there was kind of a little bit of some drama behind that and how it was announced and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of interesting. But also we got ourselves a raid within Season 1 Reloaded, which is basically like this enhanced Spec Op experience that you could really only play with your friends, because playing with randoms wouldn't work, and you can't play with randoms anyway as far as I can tell. And then there seems to be a bunch of improvements with Warzone 2, which I guess is a good thing, but unfortunately I don't really play Warzone 2 that much. And kind of since my last upload, I've been really thinking what I've been wanting to do for a video, and I kind of want to do this video as to kind of get back into the upload, routine here. But I really was thinking to myself about where Modern Warfare 2 is at right now and kind of what my expectations were before the game came out. So it's just before Christmas, it's just before the new year. Developers are going to be on break here probably for a couple weeks, and I don't know how much updates we're going to be getting within the Call of Duty scene. However, my expectations before this game came out were a lot different than they are now. And in fact, my expectations were much higher, and I think a lot of people's expectations were much higher for this game. And I get, it's Modern Warfare 2, it's in the name, right? It's such an iconic Call of Duty title that everybody knows what Modern Warfare 2 is, and now we're getting it again, but in a different form, whatever rehashed form you want, whatever you want to call it. And the biggest reason why I had higher expectations for this game is because I knew Infinity Ward had time to develop this game, unlike Treyarch did with Black Ops Cold War, and unlike Sledgehammer Games had with Vanguard. And those games definitely were not ready at launch. Vanguard is a prime example. I don't really have to tell anybody about how disastrous that launch of a game was. But Black Ops Cold War didn't have that great of a launch either. It didn't seem like that many people were excited for the game, and it felt more arcadey than what Modern Warfare felt, and I think a lot of people just didn't really like that. However, I liked it. I really liked that feel for Call of Duty, but it was buggy, it was pretty bad at launch, and so, I was expecting Infinity Ward to have a polished game when it released, and I was hoping that things would be pretty well smoothed out before the new year, and that is not the case. And I thought this because, after they launched Modern Warfare 2019, I mean, they knew they were going to make a sequel to the game. They knew they were going to make Modern Warfare 2. They knew exactly which game they were going to go on right after Modern Warfare 2019, where Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games didn't really have that privilege, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, that benefit, because they had less time to come up with an idea for their game because it just gets thrown at them, and it's just a huge mess. The Call of Duty has just been a huge mess, and seeing Modern Warfare 2 now and what state it's been in, and just seeing so many incomplete features that are in the game, and we'll talk more about that later, but just the lack of content as well, and how there's really not much to grind for other than the battle pass, which seems pretty easy to go through if I'm being completely honest with you. And of course, just unlocking camouflages like we're kind of used to. And earning camouflages in this game is a lot easier, and I'm grateful for that because Vanguard was just atrocious going for long shots constantly. But the thing about multiplayer is that it's not getting any support. We got Shipment, we got Shoot House, great. We saw that within the previous Modern Warfare game, and that's our content for Season 1. It's things we've seen, just in a different light. Don't get me wrong, Shipment actually does play pretty well in this game, especially Domination. It is by far the best game mode to play for Shipment. Shoot House definitely has some pretty bad spawns, but then again, the spawns are terrible regardless for this game. But another thing is that Warzone also seems to be in shambles, and I say in shambles as if it's like getting worse. It is actually getting better as far as what I'm hearing. I haven't really played it that much. I just really think there's so much more potential that Warzone 2 could have had at launch, especially with what we saw at the end of the first Warzone. It didn't really have the greatest ending, to be completely honest with you. Not a whole lot of people were a fan of the Caldera map, but Warzone definitely got better over time, and Raven Software did a good job on that. And it seems like Raven Software is just recently, the past couple days, starting to communicate with people and giving out updates on the game and how it's becoming a lot more polished. And it's a shame that it's just not like that already, because we've already had a Warzone experience that was eventually became more polished over time, and then we're getting Warzone again, but now it's like we're back to square one, and it's like, really? Like, this is pretty unacceptable, honestly. I mean, yes, it's a free-to-play game, whatever, but still, it's just kind of in a logic perspective, I suppose, and I really want the developers to do a good job. I mean, I know they're working hard. Game developing is by no means an easy task, but it's just crazy to think that I've been playing Call of Duty for this long, and I just know it can be better, because even though I am enjoying Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, it's by far way better than Modern Warfare 2019. I hated that game's multiplayer with a passion, trust me. But Modern Warfare 2 was definitely a huge step up in many different directions, but I still can't believe how much I feel like the game can just be so much better, and it's just so easy for me to identify just because I've been playing the game for so long. And another thing I really want to get into, kind of going back to Building 21 and DMZ, this is something I brought up a little bit earlier, but there are rewards you can earn for extracting in Building 21. I believe you have to grab the briefcase, though. And Building 21, I guess, is supposed to be a separate map from the DMZ map, the Al Mazrah map. So I haven't tried it out yet. I don't have any gameplay. And honestly, I haven't seen any gameplay either, but I do know you can extract briefcases and get rewards, and the final reward is a blueprint in the game, much like the blueprint you get for earning in the campaign, which I can't remember the name exactly, but it's actually like Price's signature M4 assault rifle, essentially. And at one point, especially when the game first came out, you couldn't actually use that blueprint from the campaign. Every time you would equip it, it would just default back to the normal M4. But it's already fixed now. You know, you can use this blueprint in-game, the one you earned from the campaign. But this blueprint you get, which is a blueprint for the Chimera, I believe, which is a new assault rifle, which is actually the Honey Badger, which I think is pretty cool. Side note there, but I think it's a little ridiculous how this reward is glitched in the same way, just much like that M4 from the campaign, where if you try equipping it, it just defaults back. And I know this because I was talking to Geeky Pastimes over on Twitter, who actually did unlock this reward. He extracted the briefcase in Building 21 6 times, and the 6th time he did it, he earned the reward, but he says it just like defaults back to pretty much the normal Chimera, and it just doesn't actually work. And I can't help but wonder, like, why that's the case. Like, why is it that it doesn't work? Like, is it really because there's just some, like, sort of bug in the way that's preventing us from actually visually seeing it in-game? Or have they actually made the blueprint? And this was a question I asked myself while I was responding to Geeky Pastimes. I'm like, did they even make the blueprint at this point? At this point, seeing everything I have with Modern Warfare 2 and the state it's in, the way it launched, the way it is right now, I can't help but wonder, is the blueprint even completed? Have they even completed making the blueprint yet? Is that why we can't actually see it? We can only see like the default thumbnail for it in the menu. I don't know. I don't know. But it could also very well possibility be there's just a bug preventing us from actually seeing it, and they actually have already made the blueprint itself. So I don't know. Like, I really don't know. And it's just kind of getting annoying at this point. It's honestly getting so annoying at this point, seeing how much of these bugs and glitches there are every time we get an update. It's like, oh, you can unlock new rewards. Oh, but guess what? You can't actually see them in game because it's bugged, or whatever the case may be, right? I don't know. I'm just so tired of it. I really want this game to be good. I have actually been enjoying it. I'm actually excited for ranked play to come out, and when that does, I'm probably going to be grinding it a lot more. Also, I forgot to mention that we got the Warzone World Cup game mode, which is essentially Rocket League in Call of Duty, but much worse. So I don't really like it, honestly. It is kind of a funky little side mode that we see within Warzone, but yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. It's just a worse version of Rocket League, and I played a lot of Rocket League, so it's like annoying knowing that you can't actually like go on walls and you can't jump in the air and boost around and stuff like that, like you can in Rocket League. I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, that's it, you guys. I'm done talking. I just had a rant about Modern Warfare 2 because a lot has been on my mind, and I've been enjoying the game a lot. I love doing the camo grind, but it's just so frustrating that, you know, Warzone's getting better updates over time and multiplayer is just being left in the dust. I mean, literally the Trello board for Infinity Ward is like bare bones practically. I don't know, it's a little frustrating. And of course, it's like the holiday season right now, and so I don't know how much updates we're going to get until after the New Year's. So we'll have to see how things play out, but I'll definitely try to make more videos as soon as I can, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and you are staying tuned for those. Follow me on Twitter if you want to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube, and of course follow me over on Twitch, where I am live occasionally. Don't have a consistent schedule on that yet, but make sure you guys follow me on Twitch and put notifications on for whenever I do go live. And with that being said, I shall catch you guys later.